Today, what I'm doing is cooking some. What do we got today? We're gonna do cheeseburger, Premier Pantry cheeseburger, elbow pasta, and a creamy cheddar sauce. So that's what we're doing today. And all I need for this is a skillet. And then I need a lid here to cover it with. And then, of course, before that, I need to have a pound of hamburger, ground beef. So I have some ground beef here. This is, I think this is about 15% ground beef. So there you go, 50% fat. And then I'm gonna mix it here with this, follow the directions as we go. I'll explain it as we go. All this is going in here. And then there's a side here, there's some bread. I've got, this is cheeseburger. This is really good. This is good stuff. Again, no artificial flavors, no artificial colors. And then seeded Jewish rye. And I'm gonna toast that in the oven. And have the oven heating up right now. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there for now. Move this over. And I'm going to start, and the other thing we're going to need is we're going to need some 2% milk. The recipe calls for 2% milk. 2 cups, 2% milk. And just in case, I also have some regular milk, just in case. We'll have whatever we need. Plenty of milk there. 2 cups, or 2 cups. And then the other one is a pound of ground beef, which we have. We have a pound of ground beef, 2 cups of milk, and then 1.5 cups of water. So we're going to use our just measuring cup here, measure it all out, and the directions call for cooking instructions. Brown ground beef in 10 or 12-inch skillet, then drain. Okay? So I have a drain here. Hold on a second. This is how I'm going to drain it. Right here. I have drained it in here after I brown it in the pan. I'll drain it, pour it in here, I'll drain it. And then we're going to get this over here. First I got to get this set up cooked here. I want to have a little bit of butter here just in case I wanted to butter the bread, which I do, of course. Okay, now I'm going to move this aside, and then I'm going to cut this open here. This is my ground beef. I did wash my hands. Always wash your hands. As my dad said, wash your hands. So I'm going to put the beef in here, and you know what they say about ground beef or legislation or whatever. You don't want to see how it's made, trust me. But it's what we're having today. And then what I'm trying to do is also be mindful of what I'm doing with the food and how I'm using it and all that. So first I'm going to move this stuff off of the stove so as not to start any other thing on the way to melting or whatever. And then I'm going to start the fire, or rather the burner or the heater on here. There's no fire, there's not his electric range. So let's see, let's go here and put this on about, let's go to medium, let's go to medium high on this side. And then I need to get, I'm gonna need some water. So of course, here is the water right here. Just use some of this filtered water. Brita filtered water, okay? And once this starts to heat up here, I'll get my spatula and while this is heating up, I'll get my hamburger meat going in here, browning it up. I'm not going to season this at all because this comes with a seasoning here, and I want to make sure this comes with a seasoning pack in here. And the directions call for, make sure to save that. Now the directions call for these noodles, along with the seasoning pack. Stir in water, milk, and seasoning mix, and uncooked pasta. Heat to boiling. Now I don't know, but I'm assuming there's seasoning mix in here. I hope there's some seasoning mix in there because I'm going to boil that all, put it all in. As a matter of fact, just to test it, I'm going to pour it in here to begin with. Just see. I want to see. Yeah, it's all, that is what's in there. So what I'll do is, I got it poured in that cup already. You can see this. Okay, it's all poured. This is all emptied out. Now this is the uncooked pasta, as well as the seasoning mix. And we're gonna, once this ground beef is browned in the skillet, we're gonna pour our 2 cups of milk in here, along with, let's see, how much water do we need? We need 2 cups of milk, 1 pound of ground beef, which is here, and 1.5 cups of water. So, when we do that, we're going to stir this up until it's browned. It's starting to turn brown there. Well, I'll move the camera, I'll move rather the pan up so you can see it. And I got to try to keep all this stuff out of the way, so as to not make a bigger mess than I need to make. I'm working in a close area here. And I'm cooking this at about medium, just above medium. It's on this one, it goes from low to high, and then low is low, and then it's number 2, 3, 4, then medium, then 6, 7, 8, and high. So right now I'm on a medium 6. So I would say this is a medium high. Okay, I'm going to keep this going here, keep this browning up there. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit, take it up to about 7, take it up to about level 7, and I'm going to get this to another location because I need that. I'm going to need that. I'm going to need to have more of this. So for now, I'm just going to put this in this bowl here for now. It just has to be. Just use what you got. And then for the water and the milk, I need 1.5 cups of water and 2 cups of milk. And what we're making is cheeseburger elbow pasta. We're making cheeseburger elbow pasta in a creamy cheddar cheese sauce. And the way this works is I cut the top off. This is Premier Pantry, so I could have the "you will need" on the back. You will need 1 pound ground beef, 2 cups, 2% milk, 1.5 cups of water. Okay, we got all that. And then the directions on the back: brown ground beef to 10 or 12 inch in 10 or 12 inch skillet, then drain. That's what we're doing right now. I can stir this up. Oh, it's getting brown. It's getting browner. You can smell it. It smells good. Yeah, it's good. And we have our pasta, uncooked pasta, with the seasoning mix in there. Cheddar, creamy cheddar mix, creamy cheddar sauce. This is cheeseburger flavor. And then we're going to put our milk in here. Let's see now. I've got, let's take a look here. So I'm going to go 1.5 cups of milk, of water, 1.5 cups of water. And let's see here, 1.5 cups of water. And we're almost there, and there is 1.5 cups of water. Okay, good. 1.5 cups of water. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I do this normally when I cook like this with these kinds of things, is I'm not going to put this milk in there cold. So what I need to do is I need to take that water. I know I'm using a lot here. I'm doing a lot right now. And I'm going to pour this water in here, this mason jar. That's done, okay? That water's done. Now I need 2 cups of milk. what I'm going to do is, before I put it into this heated pan, I'm going to bring this milk up to about room temperature by heating it up slowly in the microwave. And I know we're not supposed to use microwaves, but I do it anyways. So I'm going to do 2 cups of milk in there while this meat is browning, and I'm going to slowly warm it up. So I'll put this at about a level 2, power level. Don't tell Gordon Ramsay. We're going to go cook time 3 minutes, power level 2, and there you go. And again, I did wash my hands before I started, so I'm doing all this at home without gloves. But if you're at home, you're going to wash your hands first. Make sure you clean under your fingernails. I just got out of the shower, actually, and did a really good scrubbing there. Although I do need to cut my nails. My nails are a little longer than I normally keep them. I think I'm about a day behind on my washing, or rather the nail clipping. Okay, so I got 2 cups of milk there, a cup and a half of water here, the Brita filter, and that water was room temperature, so we'll just leave that alone right there. So water, here's our pasta, uncooked pasta with the seasoning mix that'll go in there also. And then, whoa, okay, excuse me. This is our strainer right here. This is the lid that we will cover up the simmer. Once this is brought to a boil, and what we're going to do is, keep this going just a second. Now we're browning this beef here in this 12-inch skillet, and then we're going to drain it. Next, stir in water, milk, seasoning mix, and uncooked pasta. Heat to boiling. Reduce heat. Cover skillet and simmer for approximately 12 minutes. So when we get to that point, we're going to simmer it, and then we'll see how we do. Okay, let's do it. Looks like we're almost ready on our ground beef here. Ground beef almost ready to roll. I got to drain it. I guess get all the excess fat out of it. And it's still not cooked all the way. This is a lot of fat in this one, so this one's going to be really, really tasty. There's a lot of fat in there. Sometimes you get little pieces there you don't want. Too much fat. You gotta look, you gotta watch. Okay, now it's going to brown just a little bit more. And make sure it's all the way cooked. I'm going to cook this all the way, and then I'm going to drain it. And the draining of this will be, I'm going to take this over to the sink and drain it, so I'm going to need to move this out of the way when I go. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep browning here. Keep browning it up, keep browning it up. And there's our beef there for the milk to be brought up to somewhat of a warmer temperature. Let's see, I'm going to try the meat finger method. Yeah, you know what? Not bad. I'm going to take it up a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead, cook time 3 minutes. Let's see, cook time 3 minutes and, nope. Let's see, cook time 3 minutes, power level 2, let's do it. All right, how to think about it. Man, can you imagine if they would have had microwave ovens back in the day when George Washington was around, we'd probably still be under the British flag. Come on now. All right, hey, nothing wrong with the British flag, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, history can be changed. History would change. History has been changed. Look what happened since we got the microwave oven. Come on now. Okay. This meat is just about done. Tepid grill. All right, let's see what happened there. I didn't like that. Cook time 3 minutes and power level 1. Start. Do it. For some reason, maybe I only had it on 30 seconds. I'm going to brown this up a little bit more. Oh yeah, this is looking good, actually. Yeah, a lot of that fat's burning out of there. That's what makes that meat taste really good, is all that fat, you know. But you don't want too much of it. I don't want too much fat in the meat I have, but I always like it a little bit more on the lean side. Probably around, man, I'll even go 4% sometimes if I'm cutting it. Okay, let that, I'm gonna really let that sit there for a second. I'm gonna take this to, keep it at medium. Now what I'm gonna need to do is get my strainer out, strain it with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to the sink, and I'm going to put this in the sink on a little stand there. Oh no, this is my strainer. Yeah, this is the one right here I'm using. And then what I'll do is I will drain this out in the sink. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, make sure it's done, is, wait, not a lot of, there's not a lot of fat there to drain. Okay, now let's take a look and see what we've got. First off, I need to, hold on, what do I need to do here? I need to take this over and drain it. Okay, good. All right, so now, next step, drain it. Okay, perfect timing. We're done here with milk, and the didn't have much to drain. I gotta tell you, there wasn't much to drain there. So we're just gonna put this in here. That pan is still sizzling. All right, good, looking good. Now in goes the milk, and the water. The milk and the water. Remember, we had 2 cups of milk, a cup and a half of water, and now the pasta and uncooked pasta with the mix, the seasoning mix. And we're going to bring this to a boil and then cover it with a pan or lid here for our simmering pan here, skillet. But I'm going to stir this up really good, get it all mixed up there. You know, we've got to get it all together, make it nice so it's really mixed up. You want to have it so the consistency, it's all there. You know, when it cooks, all you do is you got to prepare so that when the cooking begins, you cover that lid. You're not going to open it up and stir it and look at it and check it out. Just kind of just let it go, you know. So, all right. Let me double check our directions here, our instructional guidelines. Okay, so we're gonna bring it to boiling. So I'm gonna take this heat up here. It's gonna go and bring this up to high. I'm gonna bring that up to a boiling level, and then once I get it to boiling, I'm gonna reduce the heat, and I'm going to cover the skillet and simmer for approximately 12 minutes. So I'm gonna cover that, and I'm gonna drop it to low. And I'm going to simmer it for approximately 12 minutes. And for my timer, of course, I have this one here. That's my timer. And I'll be using this one, okay? And I'll put this over here so we can all see. There it is right there. Now in the meantime, I'm going to stir this up here. I got this cheddar sauce going here, this hamburger in here that's already brown, this uncooked pasta. 2 cups of skim milk, 2% milk, and 1.5 cups of Brita filtered water. And this is Premier Pantry cheeseburger elbow pasta in a creamy cheddar and cheese sauce. No artificial flavors, no artificial colors. And this packet is net weight 5.8 ounces. And I'm not even going to try to read you the ingredients, whatever. Just suffice to say, it's pretty good. Okay, there you go. I don't know what's in it, man. The government knows. Better check. Better go to the website before the government takes it down. There you go. They do have a website here. Probably. Oh yeah, here you go. Excuse me. Premier Pantry premierpantry.com. So yeah, let's check and see if we're up to boiling yet over here. Not yet. It's starting to boil now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the heat now. We are at a boil. I'm going to reduce that heat down to low, and I'm going to cover it. There you go. Now we're going to simmer this sucker for 12 minutes. So there it is. I'm going to set the timer for now 12 minutes. There you go. And I'm going to put it over here so we can see it. Keep our eye on it. And then I'm going to let this simmer right there. I've got everything I need right there. In the meantime, I'm going to put my milk away. And anything else I need to clean up. Some of this stuff needs to go over here to the sink. And I got my strainers. What else do I need here? Oh, gonna put our bread here. I'm not gonna toast it, but I am gonna warm it up. So I'm gonna take this down to about 250, 225. Not really gonna do anything too heavy duty. I'm not gonna put the bread in there yet. It was a little too hot. And of course, I'm gonna wash these off with scissors. Anything that had anything to do with the hamburger meat, including everything that's up here, my hands, everything when I'm completely done. But before I did any of that, I washed my hands. And now moving along to the next part of it, all I need to do is watch for the timer over here. We're looking at 12 minutes once this lid is on to simmer. The cheeseburger flavored. It's a cheeseburger in a creamy cheese sauce, elbow macaroni or some kind of macaroni with hamburger meat. So we've cooked a pound of hamburger meat and this Premier Pantry cheeseburger pasta. And then we're going to be checking it out in 12 minutes. So we'll be back in 12 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to put some of this stuff away. I've got to put this milk away. Now, you're going to see, this is the milk I'm using today. What am I using today? I'm using this milk today, right there. And it's the milk I'm using. I guess it doesn't matter what milk you're using, unless you want the milk to be good to drink. So, all right, so now I got the milk set where it needs to go, and I need to have, hold on, I know what I needed. All right, got that. It's going to be there for 10 more minutes. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll check on it, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay, we're just about here. We got about 4 minutes left, as you can see on our timer. So we're going to put that back there. This is simmering. Haven't looked at it. I'm going to go ahead and put our bread in the oven. And then now I've got this butter, and it's not really what I wanted it to be. It's a little too firm. I'm just going to warm it up a little bit. I know I'm not supposed to be using microwaves, but here you go. Whatever. Cook time. Cook time. 1 minute. Power level 1. That's all I want. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and... remove from heat. Once this is finished with simmering, I'm just going to remove this from heat. And then when I remove it, I'll be able to enjoy it. We'll be able to eat it. So reduce heat, cover skillet, simmer for approximately 12 minutes. That's what we're doing. Stirring occasionally, which I did not do. Oh my goodness, I might have done good. Stirring occasionally, which I did not do. Oh man, I might have done good. I did not stir occasionally. This doesn't look anything like what it's supposed to look like. Wow, this is a big mess. This looks more like a soup. Nah, I don't know about that. So evidently I didn't do something right here. I don't know what happened. Whatever happened, this is not what it was supposed to turn out like. It's not supposed to be soupy like this. It's supposed to be more like, well, more like it's creamy. But okay, so I learned a valuable lesson. Follow the directions. I don't know what I did, except I did not stir occasionally. I used everything they told me to use. I don't know. Who knows? Well, evidently this is not what I'm eating today. I did not want soup. Does this look like what I made? No, it doesn't. So there you go. Well, time's up. All right, looks like cheese sandwiches tonight.